What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So if you clicked on the caption, you know what this video is already about. Deload week. So I have been training for, I don't know how many weeks exactly. I'm going to pull up my programming. Actually, right now I'm in front of the computer, but I'm going to go over what to do on a deload week, when should you take one, and then how do you start back up and get back into training? Like, what is your next block and where do you go from there? So I feel like my body is at max capacity. I've been operating at 45 to 50 hour work weeks. I've been training really intensely, and I think I've pushed myself to its absolute limit. Excuse me. If I want to be very candid and truthful with myself. So I'm opening up my training program, and I'm going to look back to see when is the last deload week. So I have my template on an Excel sheet, and I have everything drawn out week by week as a new tab. So this is the 48th week of the year. The 47th week of the year. We are entering week 48. And I'm going to go back through and see when is the last time I actually took time off and let my body recover like it should. So I'm looking all the way back to what looks like week 39. So in the big bold text box in one of my columns, it says deload week in big, so I can kind of pull it up and see. So from week 39 to now, what is week 47? So that is a 8-week block of training. And in my body, it's feeling it. I don't feel as recovered. I feel pretty run down, and I've hit quite a few PRs. So in this 8-week training block, I've hit a clean and jerk PR. My snatch is more consistent at heavier percentages. So what used to be hitting 225 was like a gold standard for the week when my PR was like 240, 245. Now that I'm at 260, over the past few months, I've been trying to up it to where 235 is now the new standard. And now we're consistently hitting that, and 240, super pumped about that. I hit a back squat PR twice in this 8-week block. I hit a huge front squat PR, an overhead squat PR. I tied my bench press PR twice in this training block. And then I repped out the most deadlift that I've ever done at 405 for 2. So typically that's like a 1RM. Don't do anything else after that, but that is moving up. And overall, feeling pretty good. But this week especially, I was starting to feel kind of run down. So I knew that now this week is time to take a deload. For some individuals, it may be 3 weeks or a 4-week block, and then you need a week off. Other individuals, it's 6, 8, maybe even 10 weeks. And that's all too varying and dependent on the type of training that you're doing, the type of programming, how intense things are, how well you're resting, if you're eating correctly, hydrating, doing all the mobility, that sort of thing. So this is 8 weeks, and I'm definitely going to be using this week. And here's what I'm going to do in my 5 days, ever many days of deloading. Typically, I like to go Monday through Friday, where Friday is where we start to pick things up, but we don't go full tilt. Monday is going to be all mobility, all body weight stuff, 0 weights, just letting the body come back completely. Tuesday, we're going to start operating here. Again, we're trying to do less typical barbell stuff. So it's going to be dumbbells, kettlebells, a whole lot of core work, stability work, that sort of thing. We may touch, if we do touch a bar or any iron, it's going to be like a hex bar or a safety squat bar, so not your typical barbell, if we do touch anything. Wednesday, we will probably do a lot of technical work, tempo squatting, tempo pressing, probably some type of pull in that sense, whether it's a deadlift, a bent over row, that kind of thing. Thursday, nice easy active cardio day. And then Fridays where we start to pick things up. A very technical snatch, a very technical clean and jerk, probably between 80, 85%, really not going to be pushing it too hard. And then some type of flowy 10 to 15 minute Metcon, getting back into things. And then Saturdays where we kick things back off again, where we'll go, like a normal Saturday would be. Heavy singles, whether it's a back or front squat, some type of bench press, and then a pretty nasty Metcon with some nice accessories. So that is what I will be doing in a typical deload week. Sometimes I take mini deloads, where if I'm on an 8-week block, maybe at week 4 or 5, I'll go Monday through Wednesday, pretty chill, pick it up on Thursday, pick it up on Friday and Saturday. Maybe I'll just take Monday, Tuesday, kind of chill, pick it up Wednesday, that sort of thing. But it's all, again, dependent on the athlete, depending on what you're doing, what you're training for, and how you plan on recovering. This is also a perfect time for me because I'm 5 weeks out from my Olympic meet. Well, not Olympic, but Olympic lifting, where I'll be snatching and clean and jerking. That is on January 15th. So the next question is, how do I get back into training? How do I start moving and operating so my training is going to help me peak for when I need to? So I'm trying to peak in 5 weeks. So once you're done your deload week, you start picking things back up on Saturday. You're kind of greasing the wheel, getting things moving again. So then that following week, so what would be for week 49 of this year, how are we going to start? Well, your percentages are going to be backed off. Your volume's going to be backed off a lot. So if I was squatting, I don't know, a 5x5 at 80%, this time I'd be squatting 5x5 at probably, if I established a new PR, we're still going to be back at 65%. Now, the rest intervals may go down. There's not going to be as many accessories afterwards. We're just going to let the body kind of wake up and get its thing rolling. Very technical stuff. So hang snatches, hang cleans, tempo pressing, a whole lot of body weight volume. If you want to go that route, you can. But overall, there's going to be, again, a lot of accessories, a lot of technical work that's going to allow you to move and operate at a much better cadence than if you were just pushing heavier percentages. So that's how you're going to start. A lot lighter, a lot less, a lot more rest. Make sure you're doing the things like you should, eating, hydrating, mobility, that sort of thing. So as long as you're recovering well this week, that next block starting off nice and light, nice and technical, letting yourself ease in, you have that 1 week. And then just to give you guys my personal progression, so that first week back is going to be that really, really light technical focus, just building off of the deload. The second week, we'll start to bump up percentages. And the third week, we'll really be pushing it, as that fourth and final week will be closer to competition day. So that's just a quick breakdown, quick deload. I'm pretty excited. I'm going to be doing no caffeine for my workouts. Let the tolerance come down a little bit. I'll be drinking less caffeine, less coffee at work, and letting my body kind of chill out there. So pretty excited about that. It's going to be a good week, and I'll keep you guys updated with how it goes. So thank you for tuning into this episode. And as always, peace and much love.